Hey guys, it's Jack Punkington here. Just wanted to talk to you guys today for my vlog video about Christmas presents. Christmas presents! Oh my gosh, Christmas presents! Being that it's getting closer and closer, and commercials are turning more and more into big sale, Black Friday sale, Black Friday sale. When in fact we still have 2 weeks till Thanksgiving. It's interesting to see how commercialized holidays like this are. Like, the idea of Christmas, we see it in all the Christmas specials and we listen to it in all the Christmas songs. It's about giving, it's about being with your family and spending the time with the people that you love. And if you're religious, it's about, like, Jesus being born in the Christian religion. If you're Jewish, it's about the 8 days of Hanukkah. I don't know, I'm not Jewish, so sorry to all my fans out there who are. I don't know much about Hanukkah except for there's 8 days and it involves a menorah not running out of oil. Any Jewish fans out there who want to tell me about it, I'd love to hear it because I have no idea and I always love to learn more. Anyway, but for Christmas, my fondest memories with Christmas and presents and all that is I've lived in a big house for most of my life. The big house is my grandparents' house. One of the perks of being raised by my grandparents is being able to live in a house, and ever since I moved upstairs from downstairs to upstairs about 5 or 6 years ago, that would be about 7 actually now, I've always had the fun new tradition of running downstairs because no matter what, even to this day, I am still the first person up at Christmas. Back in the day, when I was a kid, my whole family would come over and stay the night. I have one uncle, one aunt, and then my dad, and then my grandparents. And so my uncle's family, my aunt's family, my dad's family, and my grandparents, which was always pretty big, and it always got bigger and bigger with the family expanding. What it used to be is I slept in my room, and then we had 2 futon couches in 2 different rooms that would open up. And one family would sleep on that one, and the other family would sleep on that one, and then my grandparents had their own room. Well, now part of that tradition is gone, and that's one of the parts that I miss the most, is because everyone was staying together. Christmas Eve was always extremely fun because we always had a small little party with those cheese and bologna's tray, and I loved eating all the cheese off of the tray when I was a kid, and I still like doing it. And whenever I was a kid, I would always run into my bedroom and I'm going to bed 5 or 6 times before I actually went to bed. Now it's a little harder with the family. My aunt, she has her kids now and her side of the family. My uncle has a lot of kids now, and my dad even has a kid now. And so it's just me and my grandparents at the morning, and about noon everyone else gets here. And that's when Christmas really starts for me. Christmas to me is just that wonderful feeling of spending time with family. Don't get me wrong, I love presents. Oh, I love presents. But for me, it was always family. My family that I've grown up with is a religious family, but I never really associated Christmas too much with religion. I did with what you grew up with, but I always felt that it was the closest time with my family. That's the time I felt the closest. No matter what I'd done over the year, no matter what happened to our family, no matter what our family's going through, Christmas Day, the whole family gets together, and that's the time when it doesn't matter, you're with your family, and I felt loved, I felt enjoyment because I was with my family, and my heart goes out to those who can't experience the same thing, and I really feel bad for people who can't. It's just hard to see people on the streets who do just live by themselves or people who literally do live on the streets. And it's just sad sad to see that. One of the biggest traditions for myself that I created was ever since about 5th grade, when I got my first iPod, I got my first dock. And I still have it. It doesn't work anymore, but I still have it, and it had a radio on it. And my favorite radio station to listen to about this time, it hasn't started yet, is 96.1 Classic Rock, or Oldies Radio, because from whenever they start it to day of Christmas or day after Christmas, they play Christmas music, and I hear all my favorites on that station. And what I'll do on Christmas Eve is when I do actually go to bed, and now that I'm upstairs, this is when I started doing it, was when I moved upstairs. I would set my radio station to that, and I would turn on my radio, not super loud, but just loud enough that I'd hear it while I'm asleep. And while I'm asleep, I listen to all the Christmas music that plays on the radio, because it plays 24 hours a day pretty much, and that's all I'd listen to. And I'd wake up around 7 or 8 o'clock on Christmas Day, and I'd run downstairs and I'd make all the coffee for everyone, because everyone said, don't wake me up unless there's a pot of coffee made. So I'd always make a pot of coffee for everyone. One of the things that got me into coffee. After that, I always wanted to be Santa, I always wanted to pass the present out to the people so I could just get to mine sooner. And I find myself looking at my cousins who are growing up now and seeing them do that, acting like that. It really makes me smile, and it makes me think of those times I was a kid. This year I'm really excited. Last year I didn't have such a good Christmas, and I don't mean in terms of presents, well, that's kind of true too, but last year for Christmas, in terms, I was in a position where I was not with my family, and I came to my family's Christmas, but with the person I was with at the time, it wasn't an enjoyable Christmas. And I don't mean that against that person, I just mean that in the way that it was hard for everyone, including that person. And this year, I don't have to deal with that. I live in my house, I can do my whole Christmas thing, and I'm really excited, you know. This is the first Christmas, or this is a Christmas in a while I haven't had like this in 2 years, and it'll be nice to have that kind of Christmas again. And I'm really excited, partially because my girlfriend, my amazing, wonderful, awesome, beautiful, Crazy Bubbles girlfriend, for those of you who follow Crazy Bubbles on YouTube, that's my girlfriend, has been hyping me up for the Christmas present she got me this year. And she just recently told me tonight that she got me a few, and when I asked her how many, she's like, I don't really know yet, I haven't stopped buying them for you. I'm like, holy crap! But I'm excited for one big one. I have an idea what it is, and I don't want to guess because she does watch my YouTube channel, and I don't want to say what it is and then her comment and just be like, you know what it is, so boom, and then have the surprise ruined, because I went through that 2 years ago when I ruined what is still to date, so far, to this day, my favorite Christmas present that I've ever received, which is an Ibanez RG120 guitar, which I actually got to try out before I got it, which was really cool. It was still kind of a surprise, but it was really nice when I actually got it. So, and I don't want to ruin another surprise. And I'm just excited for that. What really sucks, and I can't tell you guys what it is, because, again, she watches my videos, but I had gotten her a Christmas present, and I lost it. I'm still having trouble finding it, and it's very hard to replace. They're very rare, but luckily I had a backup, and then I gave the backup away for an anniversary present with her, but she still loves it. Luckily, I had another backup, and I still have it, and I'm making sure not to lose it, and I think she'll love it. It's something that I love, and I know she'll love it. But, just it's so much fun this time of year, watching all the Christmas specials, the old ones, the new ones. My favorite ones to watch personally, like, aren't the classics. I do love the classics, and my favorite classic is A Year Without a Santa Claus because I love the heat and Snowmeister. But my favorite ones are the classic Nickelodeon ones. Oh my gosh. And I'm not talking like old classics, I'm talking 2000 to later. Like the old SpongeBob, like when he first, like I think the first year of the show. And Fairly Odd Parents, it's actually probably the first Fairly Odd Parents Christmas special is my favorite. The newer ones are okay, but my first is still my favorite. And Drake and Josh, although that's a later one, that's one I just love because I was always a big Drake and Josh fan, and well, Drake Bell is a reason why I play guitar. I know it's really weird to say and kind of fanboy. I'm not fanboying, I'm just saying he was the guy who I always thought looked cool playing guitar, so I'm like, I want to learn how to play guitar so I can look like Drake Bell. Him and Kurt Cobain. And he's also one of the reasons why I have a Les Paul. Because he always had a Les Paul, and I thought they were the coolest things in the world. And I just love watching all the Christmas specials. I've already started counting down the days, even though it's only November. I still mark it every day off my calendar. So tell me what you guys think. Do you guys celebrate Christmas? Or if not, what do you celebrate? Tell me about what you celebrate. I'd love to learn. And if you celebrate Christmas, what's your favorite Christmas tradition? And what presents do you think you're going to get? What did you ask for? And what are you excited for? Talk to you guys later. Keep on rocking. Have a very Merry Christmas and a Happy Holidays to you all. I love you all. Bye-bye.